Some chilling discoveries have been made inside caves that shocked the whole world. From human sacrifices to cups with children's skulls, here are the 15 strangest things found in caves. Number 15. Prehistoric surgery. Not long ago, a group of Indonesian and Australian researchers, including academics from Griffith University and the University of Western Australia, discovered a human skeleton from some 31,000 years ago in a limestone cave on the remote island of Borneo in Indonesia. According to the researchers, the skeleton unearthed corresponds to a young adult whose left lower limb had been surgically amputated as a child. And this discovery has shown us that early humans were more surgically adept than we first thought. This discovery predates all known evidence of surgical operations by 24,000 years. In this new finding, the researchers also discovered that the amputated leg was completely healed with no signs of infection, and it suggests that the procedure was expertly carried out to mitigate blood loss before and during the operation. Proper post-operative care was also carried out using the various biological resources in the area to clean, dress, and disinfect the wound. Another incredible thing about this discovery is that the researchers estimated that the patient survived the operation and lived an additional 6 to 9 years before dying of natural causes. This discovery not only shocked the world, but also made us realize that there is a lot of incredible knowledge about the Stone Age that we have yet to discover. Number 14. Galaxy of Caves. Caves were very sacred to the ancient Maya, as they believed that in them they could communicate with their gods. The Mayas are the Mesoamerican people known for their sophisticated architecture and their highly developed knowledge of astronomy, mathematics, etc. This civilization ruled thousands of years ago in the Mayan region known today as Central America, which includes parts of southwestern Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, and all of Guatemala and Belize. The works of the Maya people have been known for years, but what is gaining momentum are new discoveries about them. Lately, scientists have discovered a galaxy of caves believed to be where the ancient Maya worshipped their gods and conducted ritual activities. Numerous artifacts and tools were discovered in these caves, including ceramic vessels, jades, and stone tools by the thousands. Archaeologists also discovered several remains of human sacrifices in the numerous cave sites, dating back to the drought that eventually led to the end of the empire. The discovery of these caves has been instrumental in helping scientists understand the various unknown hidden facts about the Maya civilization. However, this discovery is incredibly shocking and has baffled scientists around the world. Number 13. Mammoth Cave Artifacts. Did you know that in addition to being the longest known cave system in the world, scientists have also discovered numerous artifacts in Mammoth Cave National Park? Mammoth Cave National Park, located in Kentucky, is a cave system of over 400 miles, comprised of different subway trails and tunnels. Over the years, scientists have discovered some artifacts left behind by the early prehistoric Indians who lived in the cave. Usually these artifacts are items such as reeds, reed torches, mussel shells, gourd bowls, or woven sandals. But in some cases, scientists have discovered human remains in the cave, near the entrances and kilometers deep. These human remains were discovered many years ago and are always treated with dignity and respect, in accordance with the Native American Graves Protection and Remediation Act. Park management also works with indigenous partners to discuss ways in which the stories behind these artifacts can be shared to educate people in a way that respects their importance and dignity. Number 12. Neanderthal Chamber. A team of scientists led by an evolutionary biologist named Professor Clive Van Layson, also director of the National Museum of Gibraltar, has discovered a Neanderthal cave on the shore of the eponymous rock. Neanderthals are considered the closest ancestors to modern humans, but they mysteriously became extinct. Scientists believe that Neanderthals lived in the cave about 40,000 years ago. Archaeologists at the Gibraltar National Museum have been searching the cave since 2012 for possible dwellings similar to those in Vanguard Cave, a part of the Gorham Cave complex that sediments and rocks have blocked. When discovered, Neanderthal Cave was almost completely sealed by a pile of rocks, and scientists had to climb through it after widening the opening to gain access to the cave. A 13-meter deep chamber located at the back of the cave was unearthed, and this discovery is undoubtedly a turning point in Neanderthal research. According to Van Layson, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Number 11. Early humans in America. For over 100 years, there has been controversy over the actual time humans first arrived in the Americas, and this new discovery has only further fueled the debate for years. It is believed that the year humans first arrived in the Americas was about 13,500 years ago. But these new discoveries by archaeologists have pushed the date back even further, and this new find suggests that humans arrived in America about 30,000 years ago. This new date is due to discoveries made by researchers in a cave in the desert mountains of north-central Mexico. Researchers were at the site to learn what the environment was like thousands of years ago, but were surprised at what they eventually discovered. The researchers unearthed thousands of stone tool artifacts believed to have been taken there by the inhabitants. Some animal bones were also discovered, and there was human DNA in the sediment layers of the cave. Although this discovery has caused a lot of frenzy among scientists, however, we can deny the fact that there is a possibility of human activities in the cave. What do you think about this discovery? Let us know in the comments section. Number 10. Artifacts of Ramses II. On September 13, 2022, Israeli archaeologists discovered a burial cave believed to date back to the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II. The cave was found on a beach in Palmahim National Park when a mechanical excavator mistakenly struck the roof of the cave. The spacious cave, believed to be man-made, is square in shape. Many ceramic vessels of different sizes and shapes were discovered, including bowls of different colors and some containing bones. Other discoveries included feet, chalices, storage vessels, lamps, and bronze arrowheads or spearheads, all dating back some 3,300 years. According to archaeologists, all of the objects were buried with a deceased individual as a burial offering and are believed to accompany the deceased on his or her journey to the afterlife. The Israel Antiquities Authority announced that the artifacts found in the cave dated back to the reign of an Egyptian king who died in 1213 BC. Number 9. The oldest human. The Sterkfontein Caves, located northwest of Johannesburg, South Africa, are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. They are popularly known as the Cradle of Humanity. The site has hundreds of Australopithecine fossils of human ancestors, and the first ancient adult hominid was found there in 1936. In June of 2022, fossils of early human ancestors dated to between 3.4 million and 3.6 million years ago were found at the site. The newly discovered fossils are approximately 1 million years older than earlier fossils known to be early human ancestors. According to a published study, the fossil, a nearly complete skull of a cave woman now nicknamed Mrs. Pless, existed around the same time as other fossils found in East Africa, like the 3.2 million-year-old skeleton named Lucy, which was discovered in 1974 in Ethiopia. It is believed that early hominids evolved into the homogenate to which humans belong, and it has long been thought that East Africa was their origin. This discovery in the Sterkfontein Caves has reignited the debate about the origin of modern humans. Where do you think the origin is? East Africa or South Africa? We would love to hear your opinion. Number 8. Lost Girl, located in the state of Washington in the United States. It is a popular tourist destination for adventure seekers. The cave is a subway network of lava tubes that runs through the surrounding area in Oregon and is the most extensive continuous lava tube in North America. In this shocking discovery, a group of boys were exploring the cave when they suddenly came across a little girl who was alone in the cave, apparently lost. The girl is visibly terrified and cannot find her way out, but the girl is later reunited with her parents. Thanks to the boys, one of the boys posted the video clip on his YouTube channel, which has reached over 1 million views since its publication. Thanks to the boys for recording the video clip, which has earned them worldwide praise for their action. No one can imagine what would have happened to the girl if she had not been found, but fortunately, she was found alive and reunited with her family. Number 7. Crystallized human sacrifice. The Oktuntu Nickel Mucknull Cave, or ATM, is located in the Tapir Mountain Nature Reserve, Belize, Central America, and was discovered in 1989. The cave houses several human skeletons, believed to be the sacrifices made over 1,000 years ago by the Mayan people to appease their gods. To access this eerie cave, you must swim and then walk across a river for approximately 1 kilometer. To get to the exact spot where these sacrifices took place, you will have to walk another mile and then walk through huge boulders and cavernous rooms to the back of the cave to locate the site. According to scientists, these people were killed in gruesome ways and range in age from 1-year-old infants to adult humans. Inside the cave, a child of about 7 years old and a teenager of 15 were tied together before being executed. There are also the remains of several adult individuals ranging in age from 20 to 45. The most popular belief is that the skeletons were of people killed by the Maya to appease their reigning god named Chuck, or the gods of the underworld. Another belief is that the people were witches, and their remains were left unburied in the cave to ensure that their spirits were trapped. Although no one is 100% sure why these people were killed, the discovery has undoubtedly shocked the entire world. Number 6. Dead Sea Scrolls and 6,000-year-old mummy. An ancient fragment of a book that no one knows about. Its existence has been discovered in the Qumran caves on the northern shore of the Dead Sea. The book, believed to be the missing part of the Book of the 12 Minor Prophets, was discovered during special excavation work by the Israel Antiquities Authority, written in the ancient Greek language. The first fragment of the book was discovered in *** 1961 ***. The newly discovered fragments contain verses from Zechariah 8:16-17 and Nahum 1:5-6. The wording of this book is different from other known manuscripts that have been discovered in the past, pointing to the unique evolution of the standardized Hebrew Bible. It is interesting to know that the first Dead Sea Scroll was found by a Bedouin shepherd in 1947. Another fragment was also discovered in the 1950s in a cave where archaeologists found remains of women, children, and men killed during the Bar Kokhba revolt. Number 5. Skull of a child. We have seen archaeological discoveries of many artifacts from ancient civilizations, but the child's skull cup is a strange find that has puzzled archaeologists since its discovery. In this discovery, archaeologists brought to light the remains of prehistoric humans who fell prey to cannibalism. The remains of several people, including those of a teenager and a child of about 3 years old, have been discovered in the cave and clearly show signs of cannibalism. Humans gnaw many of the bones to extract the marrow. In the fat, long bones and ribs have been broken, and cut marks can be seen on other bones where soft tissues have been carefully removed. 3 skulls were meticulously carved in the shape of bowls or cups, including those of children. The latest discovery of zigzag marks etched into a forearm bone to create an intentional pattern is one of the most exciting of the strange discoveries, as Sylvia relates. According to Sylvia, at first it was a challenge to identify the provenance of these scars, but later identified as an engraving through 3D analysis and comparison with other engraved bone artifacts. It is the first known case of an engraved human bone. Number 4. Cave with its own rainforest. Phang Na Ke Bang National Park in Vietnam has cave openings. When hot breath comes out of the mouths of the caves, stalactites and stalagmites appear like crooked teeth. The interior is very dark and requires a flashlight, but the formations and views are worth it. While wandering through the national park, you are likely to come across Son Doong, the largest cave in the world. Son Doong was hidden for hundreds of millions of years. The inner workings of the cave remained unknown until a group of British explorers made a landing in 2009. The tunnel has evolved to house its shadowy community over 3 million years. Vietnamese Ho Hang was the first to discover it. Ho Hang went into Phang Na Ke Bang National Park in the early 1990s in search of food and wood. He found a tunnel following a limestone cliff. Clouds surrounded the mouth of the cave and a river gushed inside. He forgot about the cave for 20 years, but later told the British Cave Research Association about it. However, in the early 2000s, Peter McNabb became the first authorized human to enter Son Doong Cave on April 7, 2009. Others followed, eager to explore the unknown. Number 3. Headless Dismembered Outlaw. Discovered in a remote Idaho cave 40 years ago, it has finally been identified as belonging to an outlaw who murdered his wife with an axe and disappeared after escaping from prison in 1916. The remains of the torso were found in a cave near Dubious, Idaho, when a family was searching for arrowheads. The remains were wrapped in burlap and buried in a shallow grave. This discovery marked the beginning of the mystery for researchers. On March 30, 1981, a girl exploring the same cave also discovered a mummified hand. The research team began excavating and soon found an arm wrapped in burlap, 2 legs, and other body parts nearby. Local authorities asked Idaho State University for help, and over the next several years, Idaho State University anthropology professors and students worked on the investigation. Specialists from the Smithsonian Institution and the FBI came to their aid. However, no further remains were ever discovered, but thanks to the combined efforts of many agencies, the torso was later identified as that of a serial killer named Joseph Henry Loveless, although no one knows how he ended up committing suicide. Number 2. Cave paintings. It is as common for us to use easy-to-understand images as words when we want to convey information. Portable technologies make it easy for us to share our experiences and thoughts with the world through social networks. However, some 15,000 years ago, when we had no written language, we used pictures instead. Men of the modern era settled in the Vézère Valley in southwestern France to study the annual movements of many types of wildlife. Interestingly, they located the cave on a cliff face with an impressive view of the valley below. Since the discovery of the cave in 1940, the paintings they created inside it have sparked the imagination of both scholars and the general public. Early painters used charcoal and ochre as tools. They included images of huge prehistoric animals such as bears, lions, rhinoceroses, and tigers, in addition to those of horses, deer, bison, elk, and some lions. There are also abstract markings such as scribbles and stripes. A mysterious humanoid figure appears in one of the images. Number 1. The Lost Egyptian Fleet. The ancient Egyptian temple of Deir al-Bahri has figures engraved on one wall depicting a miraculous voyage at sea. From the unknown land of Punt, often referred to as the Land of God, sails a fleet of freighters carrying rare plants, animals, and incense across the ocean ridges. Hatshepsut, Egypt's longest-lived pharaoh, who ruled for more than 2 decades in the 15th century BC, commissioned the carvings. With her vast empire, she controlled the lives of some 2 million people. Since its discovery in the mid-19th century, Egyptologists have wondered about the true meaning of the carving. John Baines, an Egyptologist at Oxford, notes that some people have suggested that Punt was inland, rather than in the sea, or that the city does not exist at all. Recently, a sequence of astonishing finds on a lonely stretch of the Red Sea coast has put the argument to rest. Archaeologists from Italy, the United States, and Egypt have excavated an ancient port that sent the early voyages as Hatshepsut suits to the open sea. At the site of a desiccated lagoon called Mersigoasis, hidden behind a modern steel gate built into a cliff just 700 feet from the shore of the Red Sea, lie some of the most compelling evidence of ancient Egyptian navigational prowess. And there is a 70-foot deep cave inside, created by humans. And there you have it. The 15 summaries of what they discovered inside a cave that shocked the entire world. Thanks for watching.